Yes, you read that right. The Chiefs can dominate the Eagles in the Super Bowl number 57. If they do these three things, let's get into it. I want to talk about the offense today. The Chiefs are in a bit of repair here as they get ready to take on the Eagles in the Super Bowl, one that they fought this entire season to get to, and I'm pretty proud of them for getting there. But there are three things that they do need to do before we get into that. Make sure you like, sub, and hit the bell here on RGR Football. I'm Ryan Tracy. If you don't know me, I'm a former strength and conditioning coach, former performance consultant, still run Rogue Analytics as well as NFL 33. So all that ties together to cover this team in a way that is unique and comes from my experience as well as that of all of my crew. So thanks for being here and checking us out. If you want to support the channel, you can do that through Super Chats or anything else. You can grab some of the gear if you'd like to do that as well. But we got to talk about how they get to the point of dominating. And it is within the realm of possibility. I know there's injuries. We'll talk about that as we roll forward towards the Super Bowl itself, particularly around the offensive side, the wide receiver crew on that side, and then the defensive backs. On the defensive side, we'll talk about that in another video. But today, I really want to emphasize the fact that what we saw from Marquez Valdes-Scantling has to continue. Number one is you still have to have a top threat that's capable of moving the ball from the wide receiver position. Yes, we all know that there's Travis Kelce, and there's going to be Travis Kelce, and he is Travis Kelce, and that Kelce, you see what I mean? It is going to be the focus of the offense. He has to have a partner in crime. If it can't be Juju, we'll find out about his knee. If it can't be Kadarius, we'll find out about his ankle. If it can't be McCole, because we don't know about the pelvis or the stomach or whatever it is, there's a lot of questions there. So what we have to see is that Marquez is able to step up and complete what he started in the AFC Championship game, take that forward towards getting the Lombardi. And that has to be a second threat in the pass game that can, A, go downfield, but also can work in some of those medium crossers and do the things that he is able to do that's pretty unique. He has the length as well as the speed, and I think that's a combination. Number two, they have to continue to protect Patrick Mahomes. I think when you grade out the AFC Championship game, what you come across is that the Chiefs' offensive line was able to take a step forward in intensity and direct interaction with taking out the pressure. They still are going to give up pressure. There's no way around it. But I thought that it wasn't just the fact that they performed better in their technical skills in defeating the Bengals pass rush. It was that they wanted it more. They stepped up their intensity. And that is yet another thing that they have to get to another level. I think what we saw in this AFC Championship here in 2023 versus what we saw in 2022 in the same game in which the Chiefs lost to the Bengals was that intensity, was that effective, focused attention and intensity in the way that they executed their game plan. They got to be pissed off, to be quite frank. And I think that's one of the things that sets this year apart, whether they're looking for it, whether it's real. Chris Jones came up with it. Patrick Mahomes came up with it. And I think it fed in to both sides of the ball in upping their intensity. Number three, what I have to have is more run game. We didn't see them execute very well against the Cincinnati Bengals. They have to do that against the Eagles because there has to be a back and forth, a volume setting, a balance, not only on the offense, pass versus run, but in the balance that is run time versus defense run time, because the Eagles are going to run their offense down your throat. The run game will be effective, at least somewhat, against the Chiefs defense. The Chiefs defense is going to have to buckle down. We'll talk about them in another video as well. But you have to balance that by being to get a little bit of attrition. You can't allow the Eagles defense to pin its ears back and have a lot of energy. You have to wear them down through the game. And so I think that takes a little bit more dedicated, determined running the ball at them, not necessarily horizontally, but down, north, south, old school football. You heard me talk about that before, but I think it really started to show what can happen when you can't get that done. Now, I'm not going to put that at the feet of the offensive line. I'm not going to put that at the feet of Isaiah Pacheco. They have to come together. They have to continue to get north and south, in between the tackles in particular, in order to make these runs work. If they do that, I think they can have a balanced attack, and they can protect Patrick Mahomes, who is going to be the number one thing. We'll have a whole different video on him, but I'm down here in Mobile, Alabama for the Senior Bowl, and I'm putting my thoughts together about how we're going to look at this next week and as we prepare for the actual game plan for the Super Bowl. But on the offensive side, those are the things that they must do And obviously, that goes without saying that they must protect Patrick. We're going to talk more about his ankle and what that means coming down the line here as we get closer through this week. But for now, enjoy the fact that they got this done. They have what they need to have in getting to the next level. Now it's a reset. It's a little bit of me time. Get your body right, relax. Patrick always said, get off your feet. That's a good way to do it as well. They do have injuries. We will have updates as we go through. I'm going to do another video tomorrow on the defense, so be around for that. Make sure you like, sub, and hit the bell. We cover the Chiefs here year-round, all the time. We'd like to have you with us. Welcome aboard. This is RGR Football, and I'm Ryan. I'll talk to you next time.